Intelligent System Analytic Computer is activated. All ISAC systems are confirmed online. Data scanned. Downloading files.
What's up, guys? You're listening to episode 88 of SITREP Radio, giving you the news and other happenings in the world of The Division. That's right, guys, this is a special episode, and today we're here to kind of look back on the last year of The Division, and also look to the future. But first, my name is Mike, and joining me as always are my co-hosts, Robert. Say hello, Robert.
Hello.
And Luke. Say hello.
Hello.
Alright, let's get down to business. Hope you guys and our listeners have had a great holiday. This is a live episode of the show, so please don't say shit or bugger, guys. You can say this C word, but it's fine.
I can say cunt, can I?
Yeah, you can say chunt. Also, we apologise if this audio recording is slightly out, but this is our first live episode, so bear with us, guys. Anyway, let's get down to business. 2017 in the Division.
Excuse me. Bless you.
Good start.
Good start. Was it off to a good start?
Oh, Jesus Christ.
I'm going to say, I think when we all look back in, March of this year, when the announcement of year 2 of the Division and what it would bring for players of the game, I definitely think we would not be where we are now. Am I right, guys? Thinking that?
Well, we didn't think we were going to be where we are now. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah, I can imagine a lot of people left the game around that time, weren't really happy with the state of the game. Pun intended, I guess. Yeah, and that was mostly due to a bit of a balls up in communication, unfortunately, during the state of the game. And a lot of people felt completely let down. And then there was all the talk of the Avatar stuff just prior to the state of the game that was announced in year 2. And here we are, 9 months later. 1.8 is live. It's like a baby that's been grown from the last 9 months. And here we are still playing this dead game, guys. That is still flourishing.
Dead game.
Congratulations to everybody that is still playing this game, because it's awesome. I just want to say that now. So, Luke, I'm going over to you, dude. Can you just cover some of the stuff that we've had in year 2?
Year 2 was obviously update 1.7 and 1.8. So we got global events, we got commendations and patches, we got face masks, we got the long-awaited bathroom where you could obviously do your face customization, take those annoying as fuck sunglasses off. We got encrypted caches, you got your first sight of classified gear sets. 1.7, it wasn't as big as 1.8, but when you go through the list of stuff they actually did, implemented and fixed, it was a pretty sizable update all on its own, to be honest. I mean, even going back to such things as, like, it was the first time that they made blueprints available across all characters. So, we waited 18 months or something like that.
Yeah, it's crazy to think what was proposed. What did they say in the year 2 stream? It was like, yeah, we might not get any map extensions. There's going to be probably minor updates along the way. It was just a case of we were kind of hoping to see what happened. Especially, it was kind of on a bit of a down note, because I'm pretty sure we just had Survival just drops a couple of months prior. Last Stand came out, was really well received. And it was like, good end to it. Everyone's like, well, we've all got a year 1 pass. We're definitely going to get a year 2 pass. And unfortunately, it wasn't what we expected at the time. But they pulled it back. I think they've definitely given us more than we ever expected as a community, and that's shown by the amount of people that have returned to the game and the love for the game and the community itself. So I guess we haven't really done a review per se on 1.8, have we, guys?
No.
Not yet.
What would you say is the reason for that?
I haven't experienced it all yet. There's so much to do. I haven't touched Skirmish yet. Like, I haven't touched it at all.
Oh, dude, it's so much fun.
I feel bad that I haven't done it, but I just haven't had the time.
Well, We were running around in the dark zone just this afternoon, weren't we? And what did we what did we say we wanted to do? Because we got bored of the dark zone and said, well, let's go and do something new. And we had a little argument about what we were going to do because there's so much to do. And what did we decide to do in the end?
Resistance.
Yeah, resistance. And this is definitely like one of the things that we all said earlier. Like we kind of left resistance. We were like, resistance is amazing, and it was kind of this weird thing. It was like, man, we should just play resistance more. Why aren't we playing resistance more? And it's like, oh yeah, because the dark zone, and we get like. I think everyone is like a community, like a player base, and I think this happens in like other games as well. Yeah, the squirrel. But it's like, you know, 90. I would say 90 to 70% of players in the game like the dark zone, right? And if you're like us, you go in there, you have so much fun in that area. I say so much fun, but obviously it depends what kind of person you are, whether you like gang people.
If you're a bully.
If you're like our good friend Spider-Man 2099 and just goes killing farming players for no reason because it's fun, and then questions why they're running away. But yeah, it's weird how we all kind of get stuck in a frame of mind of there's nothing to do in the game, yet there's so much now, especially for like new people coming in. It's amazing to see like new players coming into the game and checking out like Underground, and they're like, oh my god, this is amazing. What was it yesterday? A friend of ours, I don't know if he's in chat, Ryan. He'd never played. Well, he'd played Survival, but I don't think he did very well. And now he's playing it. He's played it like 4 or 5 times now with a bunch of people. He's trying to get a friend of ours, James, in, and yeah, it's just awesome to see everybody trying all the different content. I mean, it's like I said to Luke earlier, when was the last time you ran Last Stand? He was like, good point, because I've got all the other stuff that's going on as well. So it's really weird, isn't it? All the content, but we're just playing the Dark Zone, so you need to kind of go play the new stuff.
I think the Dark Zone is still really good because every time you go in there, it's different. Do you know what I mean? Like the variation just makes it like replayable.
But that's why people play it, isn't it?
To the nth degree.
I mean, we've had it before. You can go in the Dark Zone, and one instance you're getting absolutely cremated constantly by a bunch of players. And then we have the instance we had the other day where the whole server was going up a set of stairs chasing this one guy who was rogue, and it's just mental the difference. And then today alone, we were in the Dark Zone, and what did we have, Luke? What happened?
You're gonna have to remind me what happened.
When we actually had people staying put and fighting, and that's definitely like one of the things that Road 2.0 has brought on. I understand for a lot of people, Road 2.0 has brought on a lot of issues, but for me, it's flipped tables. Excuse me, I'm drinking Daniels at the moment. But it has flipped the tables for a lot of people. That the rogues are the hunted people now, rather than it being the other way around. Most of the time.
Well, it depends on the server, though, because we've been in servers where you've just been in a farming server and you're just going around bullying people that are farming for DivTech.
Who'd have thought?
No comment.
Almost how long since we last chased DivTech? When was the last time we all chased DivTech? Yep, here we are now. Like shit, I've got to farm DivTech in the Dark Zone. It's mental.
I don't think I've ever farmed DivTech before 1.8. There was no need for it.
Yeah. I mean, you still have the issue where we've joined into the Dark Zone, and there's been several people stood around kind of doing the chicken dance or doing the emotes that, especially we had today, some sweet emotes. I'm trying to pee off a couple of players, but yeah. So 1.8 has been a great addition. Luke, you've probably played Skirmish the most. What do you think of Skirmish?
Love it. Love it, love it, love it. It's absolutely fucking brilliant.
Can you see any way of progressing it?
Dude, it's so easy, dude. Just let us make our own matches, please.
Yeah, matchmaking in that, matchmaking in The Last Stand. I'd like to see matchmaking in Survival as well. Survival matchmaking would be awesome.
It would be cool. I think the novelty of that will wear off pretty quick when you think about how long that takes. If you could take your own teams of people into servers of Last Stand and Skirmish, I think the novelty of survival would run off pretty quick. I think the only reason people like doing that in survival at the moment is it's the easiest one to manipulate to do what you want to do.
Yeah.
But I mean, I could be wrong. Obviously, everybody likes different things. So.
And then obviously with 1.8 we had West Side Piers. I haven't played a huge amount of West Side Piers. I must admit the NPCs are pretty brutal, as we found out today, just trying to travel on Rob's server from one into the other, because you had a new character, didn't you, Rob? Whilst he's chugging that wine.
Sorry. Yeah, I hadn't. That was my. I switched. I found out that I could build a couple of extra builds on my second character, so nothing was unlocked.
Son of a bitch.
Yeah.
But yeah, like Resistance, we obviously played Resistance today. That was really good. I obviously want to try, if have a look around. We need to have a look a bit more around West Side Piers, a lot more, because I don't even think you'd unlocked like the top end of it. Had you done that before?
No. I've only ever done 2 of the different Resistance areas.
What?
Yeah, I know,
Dude.
Though, to be fair, me and Luke had a hell of a run today, and you did as well, dude. Because what was it? It was me, Luke, Rob, Spider, all doing Resistance. Forgot, it's literally the thing we're talking about. And what is it? We get 25 rounds in, and everyone's like, "Fuck it, I'm out. I'll catch you later. I got real life shit to do." And me and Luke are like, "Well, we won't make it past this round, will we, Luke? Definitely won't make it past."
No. And then what was it? We had the computer round at 27, didn't we?
How did you do that? Because I was like, how the hell did you not fail at that? You didn't have like a tank on that.
Luckily, that computer spawned way over to the right. There was like a little fence thing built up and a little platform. It was on top of the platform. So I ran up there first. Mike followed me up there pretty closely, put the box down, job as a fish. But you were right. It does scale. I expected it to stay scaled for 4 people. Even though there was only 2 left in the group, because that's how we started. No. But it diminished the scale as the people dropped out, so that it was easier. Then wave 29 was a contaminated wave, which was
which we thought we weren't going to do. We were like, fuck, well, we're done. We've done one more round. What was it? 2-3 rounds more than we thought we were going to do without 2 people there. And then we hit round 30, and we just lost out on round 30. Huh?
Boss round. Yeah, we actually killed all the bosses.
Really?
It was all the NPCs that murked us. There was too many rushes, dude. Without your shield there to take all the aggro, there was just too many.
Hey, we did all right. All down to Luke, to be fair. All down to Luke at the end. But like, Luke took down the last boss. We had like 10 seconds spare, and then it was just like a case of like wiping the NPCs on Resistance round 30, and it was like, no, just absolutely fell out at the end. But yeah, it's definitely good. And then Underground. We've been playing Underground this week as well. That, I gotta admit, it might not have been what people are expecting with 1.8, but it's fun, isn't it, guys?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's it.
They definitely improved it. They definitely give me some sort of impetus to go and grind down in the Underground again, because I think I left my character at like 34, 35. I'm about this far away from hitting level 40, so I've been down there a bit, and I love the hunters down there, dude. That's such a clever idea.
Well, when we did it the other day, we were like, oh yeah, we'll just do, what was it, a 3-phase or something like that, and then it was like first phase hunters, last phase hunters.
Bang.
It's like, fuck, what is going on? Yeah, it was awesome, and I don't know, it's just mental. And then obviously we've got all the builds coming out of the GEs, that global events that have gone alongside 1.7, 1.8 that we've had added across like the last year, which has been really cool. And obviously they're a bit in flux at the minute because they're waiting for balances. Well, balances. They're waiting for stuff to be balanced. How do you guys feel about the balance on certain builds at the minute?
I was about to say Underground is fairly easy when you're running a D3 build.
Well, yeah, I expect you like the freaking D3 build at the minute.
Yeah, it's good.
Luke, any thoughts on, I guess, this year's builds, the classified builds?
I've got quite a lot of thoughts on all the classified builds, to be honest. Which one do you specifically want me to talk about? Because I'll keep going for ages.
Well, I guess the hot topic at the minute is Predator and Nomad.
See, anybody that says Pred isn't OP is lying to themselves. That bleed is just too strong, and the fact that there's only one way to get rid of it, well, two ways. You could kill the user, or you can use a medkit. That's it. There needs to be more ways of getting rid of it if they're refusing to reduce the amount of damage it does. And then Nomads, I put a tweet out yesterday saying how annoying Nomad is in the Dark Zone. It's, giving people 2, 3, 4, 5 lives, even when they're in a 2, 3, 4-man team. In my opinion, is a fucking stupid idea, but I'm not in charge of making the game, so they're welcome to make their own decisions. I do think it needs looking at, though. But I mean, the TTK alone has just gone off the charts since Nomad came out. But it's not as prevalent in things like Skirmish. So, yeah, I think that's why I'm loving Skirmish so much as well, to be honest.
I still need to try. Still need to try Skirmish. I would like for all the PvP game modes to be to the max level stats, so you can unlock all the 6-piece talents on all the gear sets.
I still think that's coming.
Yeah, but I think that's going to be a case of once all the gear sets are out there, probably in year 3, if there is a potential year 3. I guess finally, it's thoughts to the community. How do you think the response from the community over the last year for the Division has been? Because obviously we've gone from, shitloads of people playing this game from launch. We went through 1.3. There was, a lot of players dropped off. People came back for survival. The issue with the year 2 announcement, and then 1.8 as it currently stands. Rob, do you want to take this one?
What did you just say? Sorry, I was reading chat.
I said, fuck you. No, I said, okay, so how do you feel the state the community is in now compared to since launch with the up and downs?
Right. It's definitely if you compared the Reddits of the Division with the Destiny, I don't want to call it the Destiny.
I just want to call Rob out. We didn't say Destiny. We have this thing on the podcast where we take the piss out of you, me as well, for playing Destiny.
I was gonna say it at some point. So
to be fair,
yeah. If you compare the two over the last month, it's quite weird how towards the upcoming to 1.8, there was lots of coming back to the game. How do I do this? How do I do that? And everyone was just helping people out. There is even people if you need this, come find me in the Dark Zone. I'll give you this stuff. And then Destiny is just salt.
Which is kind of funny because we now have vanity gear and emotes that, allude to salt in the community in the first place.
Yeah.
I think it's quite funny. It is unfortunate that game is in that state, and we've all said it before. We've played Destiny. I've played it since launch. Rob's played it since launch. Unfortunately, Luke's played it since year 2. I say year 2, Division 2, Destiny 2, and unfortunately, it is in the state that it's in now. But
well, it's not that unfortunate. Otherwise, the player base of the Division wouldn't be so big.
Yeah, but there's also the other side. What will happen when the Destiny community have something there that is deemed as redeemable? Or is everybody from the that came back to the Division or has picked up the Division as an alternative going to head back to Destiny? We don't know. We'll have to see how the Division kind of responds with future content in year 3, maybe. Speechless.
No, I'm just concentrating on the pussy behind you.
You leave my pussy alone. Luke, any thoughts on the community?
I'm glad you added that in. I for the most part, I like the Division community. Like Rob says,
for the most part.
Well, there are certain parts of the community that need a reality check. Certain streamers that trash the game and then come back and love it all of a sudden. But I'm saying no names. Yeah, you know, stuff like Rob said. Facebook communities dedicated to the game that will then post when they've got an exotic or a classified item that they necessarily don't want. Like, somebody come and find me in the dark zone and kill me. You can have this. I've never known that in another game. I mean, I know it's limited to looter shooters, but I've never known that before.
No. I mean, look at the, you know, Division Elites, the Clancy Elites, the Loot and Shoot group. Especially, like, Reddit is the same as well. Everyone's so open to giving... The thing is, it's like this weird thing where it's either a landslide to all either be insult or everyone's just, like, trying to help each other out at the same time. And it is very difficult to find... like an in between, and you know, we all know that the Division is I'm trying to think of the word. It's not like a prototype, but it's an experiment. It's a community, you know, they want it to be a community built thing, and that's why the community managers like Hamish, Yannick and Petter and all that want to be involved with the community as much as possible, and they can't like tell you stuff all the time. But I think definitely over the last year we've seen a response from what people want and what players want in the game, and that's got to be got to have been shown with update 1.8. Christ, like you said, loadouts 1.6 was it?
Yeah,
1.6 was loadouts. 1.7 was shared resources. Off the top of my head, how the fuck did we live without those things before?
Dude, can you imagine trying to sort out your fucking classified builds with no loadouts?
Yeah, I'd be in the stash even more than I am now.
Oh, fuck, man.
It'd be like, get the fuck out.
That's why we had 4 characters, wasn't it, originally? Like, you'd have a build on each character, wouldn't you? But now you don't need to.
Well, yeah. I like the way I'm getting called out for being in the stash, but there we go.
I do, dude.
I guess, finally, we kind of have to look to the future. What would you guys like to see in the future of the Division? Moving into 2018.
A sequel?
What, a direct sequel? You want a definite launch date next year then?
I'm taking an idea from chat. A Division 2 in Wales. Cardiff Division. That would be amazing.
Is that so you can walk around using your awesome Welsh accent?
No. So I have an awesome Welsh accent.
Right, for those people that don't know, it's kind of handy as well.
Shout out to Reaper.
Yeah, shout out to Reaper in chat. Apologies to anybody who listen to this in the audio medium, because that's just weird. Rob, when he gets drunk, he only knows how many words in Welsh? You can say
I don't know how many words. It's kind of a phrase.
But it's kind of funny because, like, whenever you were drunk, it's like the same phrase, and you spend like half an hour trying to say it. He's like, I'm half Welsh, but I can say this one phrase.
It's basically, please may leave the table in Welsh. I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to dance for you monkeys. It's 3, isn't it? Cheers, Reaper.
Reaper to the rescue.
Can we have a rip in chat, please?
Oh, hang on, I can do that.
But yeah, Luke, what do you want to see in the future, man?
What, aside from a sequel?
Yeah, I mean, obviously the Avatar news was a big hit on the community, and we're like, shit, what are the team at Massive, Ubisoft doing with the future of the game? Is there going to be a sequel to the Division? We don't know. I mean, we just had a survey go out. There's been job listings for the Division over the last year, or even since launch. I'm pretty sure there's been job listings for a long time.
Yeah.
How can you see the next year going, or even for the into the far future?
I think we'll get some updates next year. I think there will be year 3. I think it'll be smaller scale than what year 2's been. I don't think we'll see anything like 1.8 again, to be honest. I don't think the money is there for them to do it. I know it made a fuck ton of money on release, but I know they've been hemorrhaging money ever since, haven't they? Like, they didn't expect to have to do a 1.4. So, I I'd like to see Survival get some love. Whether it gets the Battle Royale mode that we've been asking for a long time, I don't know. But I'd like to see Survival get some love. It's literally the only game mode that hasn't been touched in terms of updates and whatever. So that'd be a good idea. And like I said before, just private servers for shit like Skirmish and Last Stand. That'd be fucking awesome. You could make hours and hours of fun using private servers, dude.
Yeah,
That's all it needs.
I mean, look at anybody that out there that's got a clan. We know there's Division elites. We know, like, we've got our own community. I'm pretty sure Bombshell Jackets have got their own community. The Division itself has got its own community, and to have in-game matchmaking would be awesome. Like, just with a bunch of friends, that would be really good fun.
Modifiers like shotgun only and stuff like that. Luke would love that.
I still would like to see modifiers come to incursions. I'm pretty sure we've said that before in the IFM, but that would still be cool.
Yeah, like a Nightfall. Yeah.
Yeah, I think you're right. I think for myself, I'd like to see them support the game as they have over the last year. I think they've done a good job. I know it's not been glitch free. There's been bugs along the way. It's not been the best along the last year in the journey, but they've worked hard to pull it back to what it is. And I think a lot of people don't understand how difficult that is. You just pick up the controller and you just play the game at the end of the day, but it's a live game, and it's very it's difficult to just fix one thing when it can directly affect so many things in the game. And I think sometimes as players ourselves, and even us, sometimes we take that for granted, don't we? So I think for us, for myself, I'd like to see the game continue to be supported as it has been. We know there's going to be like balancing updates and things like that. Yeah, obviously, one thing that I think has done really well on the lead up to 1.8, I don't know if did we call it, guys? Free weekends?
Possibly.
I don't know if we called it. We certainly asked for it, I think.
Obviously, we spoke to Arix this year. Thank you so much for coming on the show and talking to us about that. That was really good for us. Huge fan of his content. And there's simple ways you could amend that content that would refresh that mode for so many people out there. Because I see a lot of people go, there's not enough players in survival. Maybe there'll be a PUBG style survival mode. I don't know. They might want to do their own thing with it, but there's definitely been news of acknowledgement of how good that mode is in other games. So we'll have to see what happens in year 3, I guess. And yeah, I think that's it. At the end of I'm not going to say that, almost. But to be honest, we
no.
Fuck you. At the end of the day, we've got far more than we ever thought we would at the start of the year. And I'm grateful. Well, I said to Spider, I think it was this morning, like, when was the last time, apart from, like, ignore the premium vendor, but most of us actually paid for content in this game? I paid for it last March. I bought the gold edition, straight up. I haven't.
No,
paid
Mike, tell the
anything.
truth. When did you buy the
Actually, no, I didn't. I didn't buy the gold edition. I bought the basic edition, and then a month later, I bought the DLC. I remember now. Apologies.
Yeah, but what about PC? When did you buy this?
Yeah, but PC is different. At the end of the day, I bought the game, like, initially on launch, and that really has been, like, the entire money I've spent on that, if you see what I mean. Okay. Ignoring PC and all that stuff, And it's been awesome to see, the game pulling people back in with 1.8 over the past year. Obviously, people have got it for Christmas now. That you see Reddit all the time. There's so many people coming back, and joining the community, I guess.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it. I think it's safe to say that no matter what happens in the future, that, we love this game. We're kind of biased at the end of the day, aren't we? Which is why we never really put a review up, because what would the review be? Oh, it's great. We love it.
Yeah, we just chisel over it, won't we?
Best game ever.
Yeah, and, Marco style, I think, for us, like, Marco style putting up reviews, like, I absolutely love The Division. This is, like, the best patch we've ever had. Even for us, makes us all feel like that's awesome, All good?
Awkward pause.
Awkward pause. But yeah, I guess, as we've said before, we'll be here no matter what happens in the future till the end. That's the best
really
we can
trying
do.
hard not to say your catchphrase.
Yeah, that was you trying to think of a brand new catchphrase on the spot, wasn't it?
I hate you all. Right, now is the part of the show where we would like you guys to join us. We have had one person waiting a while. I apologise. We'll get him in just a minute. But if anybody wants to join us, I'm sure you can see at the bottom of the chat, the stream window, there is a link. It should be appear.in/SITREPRadio, or you can go over to the stores on both iOS or Android, and you can join in via that link as well. And you can come on the show very briefly and give us your thoughts on the last year, and what you think for the future the division has in store. Anyway, Luke, let's get a guest in. Let's see if this works.
What do you mean, Luke, get a guest in? Ha ha!
See, it works for you guys, it doesn't work for me.
Does it not work for you?
No, it's not work for me. I'm just going to very briefly try rebooting
Captain
that.
Kevin.
Apologies, stream. 2 seconds. I'm still having issues. Kevin, can you just try refreshing your page quick, please, man? Sorry, guys. Awkward pause.
Captain, can you... No, everybody's missing you apart from me, apparently. Can you refresh your page, please?
I'll refresh mine as well. Apologies, technical difficulties, apparently.
Any good, Mike? Oh, no. This is awkward.
Rip. Am I on the internet? Yes, I'm definitely on the internet. Excuse me.
Drink for awkward pauses. I can drink to that.
Yeah, I can drink to that as well.
Cheers to a good year in the division, I guess, guys.
Can they?
Try again.
He crashed.
Can you still see him, Luke?
I can still see him.
I can see him, yeah.
Why can't I see him?
It's because you're a noob.
Yeah, it's because you're an idiot.
I hate you.
He has to put 50p in the meter.
Alright, try again.
Have you just kicked him out?
Yes. Apologies. Has he put 50p in the meter? Yes. And we'll read chat stuff now. Apologies. We just wanted to kind of get like the normal show bit out of the way first, and
yeah, should we all stare at chat like they do in the start of the game?
yeah, see, this is the bit that I didn't want to do. It's like the awkward pause and stuff like that. Is Rampancy still there? Remy, you still in chat, dude? What? God damn it! Oh, yay! It's working. Hey, Kevin.
Hey, you guys.
I think we can kind of hear him. Hey, man, you right?
Hey!
How's it going, dude?
It's finally working. Yeah, I'm doing good, thanks. Doing good.
So, dude, do you want to give us bloody French we've got in chat? Apologies, man. To honestly, the best. Honestly, this guy is the best Frenchman we know, aside from Yannick. We love you, Yannick.
The only one.
But yeah, honestly,
the only one. Because Yannick refuses to join the Discord.
He's welcome if he wants to join.
Yeah,
Kevin,
I'm sure he is. Yeah.
Would you like to tell us your thoughts on the last year of the division and what you think will be happening in the future?
Wow. Just one question, the bloody question. All right. Last year it was very, very interesting to see how it all started with I'm going to talk about year 2. A very strangely timed Twitch session from the guys in Massive, where they were celebrating their year 2 without really talking about year 2. You know, they were like It's like, okay, we were all expecting something big, a big announcement.
Yeah.
We were expecting some great, news on next DLCs, next patches, and next fun stuff to go. And they were just, we're just doing a Twitch stream, just enjoying ourselves right now, which was good. Reminding me of 1.6 dropping at the same time as the Avatar announcement. So it's like they do like to make some weird timing, but it works. So despite this strange start of year 2, I was very gladly surprised to see that in fact they really had lots of good stuff going our way and all free. So that was amazing. Really enjoyed 1.6 again. I haven't started enjoying 1.7. Still waiting on my global event for that, but I'm loving 1.8. Loving the new lore stuff, especially. It's been ups and downs, obviously, on every patch release with the community, as we all expected. Some happy campers and some renting players who just like clickbait YouTubers who are just left, came back, and all that. It's just like it's part of live game. It's not dead. It's very much successful, and we're very much every player is back, and that's very enjoyable to see that. Now we have to queue to get to play the game, so that's a nice touch. I like it. 1.8 especially, I'm surprised as a filthy casual that I am. I usually enjoy a patch one behind the others, so I usually don't enjoy the very latest one. I usually enjoy the one before that, because how it goes is that you get 1.6 and that drops on 1.6, and all the good loots you're gonna get on 1.7. When you're casual, you tend to get it when you get the next one. It's easier, and it's not very clear what I'm saying, but it's as a casual player, the thing I don't tend to straight away was because time I have to play. So unfortunately, I usually when 1.8 drops, I usually enjoy 1.7. When 1.7 dropped, I was enjoying 1.6 more than anything. Still haven't had the chance to play global events, so I haven't enjoyed 1.7 yet.
I'm sad to hear that, dude.
Yeah, well, as I said the other day, I think they're in touch with Norwegian and they're trying to get my roster out. And okay, when is he working? When is he off? Oh, he's off there. Oh no, let's move on the global event to when he's working. So no, I haven't played a single global event yet, but I can't wait. So we'll see what all the classified gear is all about. But I am enjoying the hell out of 1.8. Yeah. West Side Pier is amazing. The lore on it is really good. Really, really good. Some surprises on that side as well. The resistance is very interesting. It works well, as I can see, PvP players right in front of me. And what are they playing? Resistance. I'm surprised, guys. It's that good, huh?
Yes.
So,
yeah.
So yeah. Resistance 1.8, amazing new. It's not a huge map we have, but it's just so worth it. And this random spawning is really nice, and then the exploration is really, really enjoyable. No, I really love 1.8, and this game is still my favorite, and the one of the only ones I'm playing right now. So great surprises last year or throughout the year, and they need to make global events streamlined.
Yeah.
So what I think they should do, and they might go that way, once global event number 4 dropped, everybody's got the grind on all the different new. It's a loot table. it should allow us to enjoy the global event, all the bonus, all the perks, once we select a mission. So on that UI, when you select the hard or normal or challenging mode, you just can also on the side, choose if you want to play it on a strike playlist or on on the what was the first name, the name of the first global event we played, or you played.
I'm trying to think what the first one was.
Anyways, yeah, get to choose the bonus of a global event on top of it, so we get to enjoy it. Because again, as a casual, I don't get to get much loot, and really I am more interested in enjoying the global event more than the loot itself, really, because I'm enjoying the hell out of it. So I think that's what they should do. They should make global events an easy way to be done, or they should do it a lot more often than that, just a lot more than just once a month or once every 2 months.
Yeah, I think we might see
weekends or long weekends.
Yeah, I think we might.
There's
see
gonna
that.
be something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So that's for the very, very near future. What's next, I would say, and that would be my personal request to the guys in Massive, would be to open the map a little bit on the north side and on the south side. Pay DLC, because we all love the game. We're all ready to pay, because we want some more.
Yeah.
And DLC have the Kino story, because it's in pieces in 1.8, so just to tease you,
Yeah.
But that's just not enough. That's just far from enough. Plenty of theories on that, and it's very interesting what they're going to be doing next. But obviously, we need bigger maps. We know Central Park is ready. We need new missions. We need to kick the hell out of Kino's ass, and I also would like another DLC, paid or not paid, but I'd rather paid, because I want some really, I want some content on April Kelleher story, April story, being able to follow her story. So for those who don't know, April is the main character in the book, which I don't have it, it's not here, but it's the book here. Yeah, there you go.
Have it.
Main book. Most of the community know about the book, but for the new, that's it. For the new players, this is an amazing book that you should absolutely get and absolutely read. And it's a survival book, and in there there's a diary of said April, who's living. Nice. Who's living this collapse through, and we're living the collapse through her words, and it's just amazing. This medium has been amazing, and so I want more on that. I tweeted about it with Alex Irvin, who wrote the book, and he said more is coming. So,
wink, wink. Nice.
Yes.
Thank you very much for joining us, Captain.
Yes.
Can you, before you leave?
My pleasure. Thank you very much for having me.
We had a request from chat. Can you please say before you leave, "This is your captain speaking"? I'm getting called out by Luke.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome aboard. This is your captain speaking.
Thank you very much.
Now come fly with me in Norwegian, and you'll hear that all day long.
I'll be sure to, and then we can go catch up with Foxy.
Yeah.
It's on my bucket list, dude.
Thank you very much, dude, and we'll catch you soon, man.
Yeah, thanks, Cav.
Yeah, sure.
Thank you, dude.
Have a nice one. Thanks.
You too, man. Awesome. Right, so does anybody else want to join us in chat quick? Yeah, for anybody in chat now, please tell Tinks and Dave to get on it already and save what remains, please.
Did she really just put in chat that she's not ready to take his load? Like, really?
No comment.
What? I didn't even see that. Where does it say that? Oh, what? I missed that.
Hey, Edel Fox, how's it going, man?
What's up?
How's it going? You alright?
Ah, Foxy.
Yeah, how are you guys? Cheers, by the way.
For anybody that doesn't know, this man has the best Australian accent you have ever heard in your entire life. And I will cheers to that.
Oh, Jesus fucking Christ. No.
Apologies to anybody listening to the podcast at this point in time. It's gone off the wall.
I'm ready.
Yeah, everything just got fucking weird because of fucking Mike again. G'day, Governor.
G'day, person. So Mr. Fox, I guess it's a case of saying, what do you think of the last year of the division, and where do you see the future?
Well, 1.8 is probably the best thing that fucking happened to this game since its launch, without a doubt, and we lost Luke or some shit, I think.
That's alright. You carry on, dude. I'll try and get Luke back in.
Yeah, no problem. And I think you basically went over it already. What's been good, what changes have been happening, and all that good stuff. So it's probably more about the future. I don't know what's going to happen, but as Luke said, I think they're probably going to focus on survival happening in 1.9, if that's a thing.
Mm-hmm.
The game is far from dead. That's what I can tell from Hamish's and other tweets.
Yeah. There is a question in chat. Do you see many Caduceuses in your future?
Things can go and get fucked for all I fucking care. I just gave her a fucking house, and now she's still on my goddamn case.
Gave her
But to
a
be
house.
fair, I did actually get a Caduceus before I got the house in the same run. So we haven't. That's a very grown up glass of wine you got, Rob. Cheers.
I know, my girlfriend lent it to me.
Oh,
That's
pretty handy.
Yeah. It's pretty big.
But yeah, it's been a pretty good year for the division. I know you've been out to see a couple of the devs. Is it the devs, or at least the community team, a couple of times, haven't you?
Oh, actually, just been visiting Ubisoft Nordic. It's a separate branch for some community nights. That's about it. I haven't actually been to Massive to visit them, but I'm considering just crashing them. Just writing and ask, can I come crash and see what happens?
They won't mind.
Probably not, depending on how I do it, I guess. But what's in hold for the future, what I'm hoping for personally is, I've been talking about this a lot, that maybe turning the Dark Zone into an incursion, where you have every zone separately, with its own boss, its own challenging, and it end up in DC North with 09, that one of the walls break down, and you got, let's say, an opening to DC 010, where you actually go in and fight an army of hunters and maybe Keener or another antagonist. That's what I think would be really fucking cool to see.
That sounds awesome.
I think it would be really fucking cool to actually have that. And if you could imagine, how about you added in a survival world tier or a survival modifier to missions? Like you had some other weather effects because it is in the game, or if you could do missions set in the survival part of the game, that could be awesome as hell.
Yes. I agree with that. That sounds awesome as well.
It sounded like you weren't listening to any of that.
Yeah, like survival, like hunger and stuff during missions, that would be awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. You have to
Especially
always
look,
focus
look.
on everything else and maybe have it extended somewhat.
Especially incursions, because then, like, yeah, because they take time to do, so you're gonna have to need to eat and stuff.
Or legendary missions, for that matter.
Yeah.
Have it so the cold you already had at least, let's say, minus 10 degrees resistance, so the cold is not going to kill you, but you have like a time limit within like 10 minutes, 15 minutes, unless you actually unlock some caches. And then imagine you could have two choices. You could either get get going, continue the mission, press forward, finish it, or you can go a separate way to unlock more resistance to the cold and actually buy yourself more time. So it's going to be a time spent versus reward to get further, or you have to finish it quickly, kind of thing.
Yeah, I think survival definitely needs to be like have a separate mode that needs. Welcome back, Luke. Sorry there. We just lost Luke a very couple of seconds.
He doesn't like me.
I do think survival needs to be not survival itself, but have like a separate mode that kind of speeds up survival. I mean, for me personally, I like to spend, you spend all that time like leveling up, not leveling up, but looting, getting all your gear, and then getting into the dark zone. I know a lot of people enjoy just kind of speed running it, but I would like a mode which is more focused like yours, which is slightly PUBG, and it's just focused on basically extracting. Just have one person extract, but everybody in the server has to fight to the death to do it. Yeah,
exactly. One chopper, one fight out. Could be cool. Or if you had like survival, but imagine this: you can queue in as a player, taking over a hunter role instead. Could you imagine how tense that would be? That experience.
Man. Yes, that's a good idea. Or if you did PvP and it was like hunters versus agents or something.
Oh yes, that would be so cool. So the agents would have whatever gear they had, but the players queuing as hunters would have that loadout and that armor and just go bananas on them. That could be pretty cool.
That would be pretty cool. Well, any other questions for Foxy?
But Luke thinks I'm a fucking cunt. That's confirmed. Yeah, I know.
According to chat.
He's gone very quiet.
Even Nightbot's agreeing.
Yeah. Toby and Nightbot agree, so vindicated.
Oh fucking hell.
I'm sure if you prompted her to, Tinks would agree as well.
Yeah, of course. Tinks always agrees every time it's about talking me down, that's for sure.
Reaper's just asked, is there any more cosplay coming from you, Fox?
I'm still working on my Kina cosplay, actually. And I did start a British-ish one that's probably got banked right now, but my Kina one I want to finish at some point. Other than that, I want to do some more actual pictures with the current one I got. So it's all work in progress right now, the Reaper. But hopefully at some point, yeah, it will happen.
What makes it British-ish?
British is probably more the story about it, Luke. And I took my patch. I have this one, and I actually had a patch with the UK flag I put under this. So try to make a spin of that in some way. And because it could be cool to have London as...
I just want to call Tubby out. That is completely fucking brutal.
Body bag cosplay.
Okay, so for those that are just listening, we just had a comment in chat that basically said Edon Fox, you should do a body bag cosplay.
I fully agree, Tubby. I fully agree. That's
maybe at Halloween. Hey, Foxy. Maybe at Halloween.
I was laughing in the comments.
Exactly.
That,
I'll take the zombies with me.
Yeah, zombies. Zombies definitely coming. 2018. That's what's happening. Right.
Exactly. That's oh shit. That's unconfirmed, but I have my sources. That zombie is actually going to be a thing in
He's got the ketchup. He's got the HP. Yeah. He's got the mayonnaise.
So just be warned, guys. It's going to happen.
Are they following a lead from Siege? Are they?
Yeah, exactly. That's the next branch to actually keep the franchise alive. So yeah, maybe you haven't heard it from me.
Everybody heard it from you, dude.
Yeah.
Well,
somebody clip that and blame Foxy in the future, please.
Yep, send it to Yannick.
Yeah, exactly. I'm off the payroll. Damn it.
God damn it. Right. Well, I think that's it. Let's see if we can get somebody else in. Thank you very much, Foxy, for joining us. And I'm sure we will catch you very soon, dude.
See you around, guys. Take care.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
If anybody else wants to join us, now is the time. We have a space free. Go for it. How's that goblet of wine doing you, Robert?
It's going pretty well, to be honest. I think I'm almost a third of the way through it.
Yeah?
2/3 maybe.
That's pretty slow for you, dude. You're normally a bottle down through a podcast.
Alright, true. Well, this is a bottle. This glass takes a bottle of wine. So, I'm almost there.
Yeah, you're getting there. You're getting there, I suppose.
Bless you.
Apologies. Yeah. Well, if that's it, we'll have to end the show.
Oh, I get to do my bit.
You get to see. Wait. You can wait. Wait a few minutes. Tinks, do you want to join us?
Oh God, not her.
Or Remy, are you still about? Apologies, Remy. I know you're at work at the minute.
What do you drink? What are you drinking?
Wine. It's wine.
Shall I read a review? It's from Tesco's. It's a Shiraz. It's a wine of Australia. Spicy and medium bodied. It's 14.5%, so I should be sloshed by now. It's a medium bodied Shiraz with cherry and plum and what the fuck is a damson fruit?
What
Flavors with a hint of soft spice. Store in a cool, dark place. Goes well with red meats and barbecue foods.
Rob will be doing more wine reviews next week.
I'm gonna have to go.
Catch the wine review podcast next week.
I'm gonna have to go light the barbecue in a minute.
Have you got a barbecue?
It's a fruit. Thanks, Reaper. I've never heard of a fucking damson fruit.
Oh, we had a question in chat. How do you guys see the future of SITREP Radio?
Two things: more drinking, more swearing.
I will drink to that.
Well,
there will also be...
depends on the state of the game, I guess, doesn't it?
Yeah, but either way, we'll still be here to the end, as much as we can be. There's, I think we said that from the beginning. We seem to say that every freaking time. It's not like a harsh way, but we'll be here as long as possible. That's all any of us can hope for. And
yeah, so you can't get rid of us that easy.
Yeah, we'll find some other reason.
If not, we will
come
convert,
together, make a podcast and drink,
and take over the In Orbit podcast.
Oh yeah, we do a Destiny podcast. Luke will love that. Fucking love it.
No, I'm not doing a Destiny podcast. Look at that face. He's like, fuck you, I don't care.
We'll get some of my raid team on. That'll be great.
Was that sarcasm?
I know that was legit. I know it's hard for people to tell when I'm being sarcastic or not.
One Division podcast was Destiny podcast was enough. I'm not doing a full series of Destiny podcasts. You can find another host. Fuck that shit.
Chuck said the funniest episode of this year was explaining the Destiny 1 story. Yeah.
That was hard work, dude.
That was train wreck radio. That was
Trainwreck Radio. Yeah,
that was a train wreck. I feel like this is train wreck.
It's getting there. It's getting there.
All we need now is for Rob to die in a contaminated zone, and we're good.
Link to us playing the game.
Will there be a DivCon 2018? That would be cool.
Not organised by us.
Yeah, I was gonna say. Reaper said, "I still don't think you managed to explain the Destiny 1 story."
No, we didn't. We were nowhere near explaining it, were we? It was just trolling each other, really.
Go. Yeah, my name is Bife. Go YouTube that dude.
Yeah, he's a good dude. There's some
He's
awesome
not a good dude.
YouTubers.
He's a pretentious twat, but go YouTube that dude.
Going back to chat though, I think a Division Con would be like a good idea. I don't think you'd get it off the ground before Division 2 came out, but I'd like to see that personally.
What was that? I completely missed that.
What, a Division Con?
Yeah, thanks, Mike. Cheers.
We'd have to get a backing of a massive charity.
Yeah.
Is that a hint? Hello, massive.
No.
Not a charity.
My wedding's a charity, so that could work.
But yeah, it's been definitely a lot of fun for us over like the last year because we didn't stream before, did we? We didn't do like any live gameplay. Christ, we didn't even know Luke a year. Well, yeah, it probably would have been like a year and a couple of months now, wouldn't it?
Yeah, it's something like that.
Dragon's
It's
Nest
getting
come
there.
out?
Yeah, if it wasn't for that sweet Dragon's Nest, we wouldn't all be sat here today. Well, I know Rob personally in real life, so that's a bit
So
different.
two of you would still be sat here getting pissed, wouldn't you?
Well, one of us.
Well, yeah. If our other halves aren't getting pissed on behalf of us, apparently, because that seems to be like a thing more common nowadays, so we can play the game instead.
I agree with what Tubby's just said in chat as well. A mass meetup for Division players would be awesome. A bit like what they did for the latest ETF that was in Newcastle, but just on a grander scale with a bit more notice. Because didn't they like put out
2 days before?
information? Yeah. It's like, oh yeah. By the way, if you're travelling anywhere that's more than 10 minutes away from Newcastle, you might need the next day off work. But it's tomorrow. Yeah. Cheers, guys.
Oh yeah, and it wasn't just that. Like we would have gone, but it was literally 2 days' notice, and I was like, "Guys, should we go?" And it was like, for us, it was like 6 hours, Rob, to drive up there?
Yeah, fuck that.
Yeah, it's about 3.5 from me. So
Yeah, it was about 6 hours to drive up there for, 3-4 hours and then come back. And I was like, Plus, we literally just, jokingly called the game a dead game and got caught out by it from Yannick, so we probably weren't going to be the best people to turn up at that gathering.
Yeah.
I like the way these guys are as well. Yeah, sorry about that. Yeah, but we were joking at the end of the day. Cap says, can you see the Division 2 being set in different cities around the world with an STR side on top of the RPG in the game? I'm not sure what he means by STR, unless it's strategy side.
I don't know if cities plural is the correct answer. I can see it being set in a different city because, without spoiling anything for anybody who's not collected all the lore from 1.8, I think it's pretty clear it's going to move. But yeah, I'm not sure multiple cities is the answer. I still think one city with a nice story would be the answer.
Yeah,
I'd like it to move cities, to be honest. I'd actually like to see it move countries as well. I think that's the logical step for the story.
What about time period? What would you think? Like future, past? They could do that. They don't have to do now.
If it was a direct sequel to the story, it would be now-ish, wouldn't it? Because
yeah, but they could do like 50 years in the future after, like this had spread to the whole world.
Yeah.
So technology would advance as well, which means they could do different guns, different everything.
Which
would make sense because otherwise they'd have to repeat themselves quite a lot.
Yeah, true. Where the prequel to the story is concerned, I'd actually like to see that covered a bit more in the movie. That'd be awesome.
Yeah,
with my boy.
Yeah,
the flamethrower.
Yeah,
flamethrower. No,
dual flamethrower. Bill.
Flamethrower / Jason.
Is that just like something that's extracted from your brain, just put out there? Yeah. As Cap just said, it's been more or less implied that Division 2 would bring new gameplay and massive wanting to do things differently. But anybody thinking that, I mean, this is something I keep seeing crop up, and I know we've spoke about it on the podcast before, but it's definitely been like the situation where people are like, oh yeah, the complaints about the game are it's not the game that we were promised. We were promised A game, and we got B. And I feel it's wrong to kind of perceive that. The closest you will ever get to the game implied in that trailer, which is like, was it 3 years before the game was even released, is survival. Survival is the closest you will ever get to the trailer that was released all those years ago, unfortunately. And, I know it's, for a lot of people, not what people want to hear. And I feel like sometimes that's their excuse for not liking the game. But, you've got survival if you want that. What we have now is completely different to, I think, even when the game launched, it's a completely game. Do we think they'll include the stuff missing in the game that E3 was showing? Drones and iPads.
No,
I can't see that happen.
I really don't know. I think the drones would be horrendous to try and keep balanced.
I think from a personal point of view, I think I could be completely wrong in this. I think there was a lot of stuff intended that they just didn't have time to put in. I think they were like, yeah, we could do this. It would be like us saying we're going to do like a whole, video series on helping agents get to, end game.
I don't know about that.
Hey, wait.
But I'd like to see.
Apologies.
Right. Okay. I'd like to see. I can't remember who said it in chat earlier. I'd like to see an app released though.
Yeah.
There needs to be an app to sort out gear for Division 2.
API to set the API through.
Yeah, that is one thing that I will admit that Destiny does better than probably any game I've ever played. The apps for Destiny are awesome. Yes, Rob, I said it. Fuck you.
No, you're right. I've said that from day one. It's The thing is, there's probably a reason why they haven't done it. I wouldn't know why, but I mean, there is an app, but it tells you how many times you've killed a rogue. That's it.
Yeah. The app's piss poor, isn't it? Really?
Because there isn't really any data they release. But then, like I said, there's probably a reason for that. There's probably a very good reason for that.
If, to borrow Tubby's sentiment from chat, that you could make a build whilst you're sat on the bog, that would be great. But I don't want any more than that. Literally just be able to put your build together. No rolling, no recalibrating, no optimization station, none of that bullshit. Just put your pieces in order, and then you have to log into the game to do the rest. That's fine.
I think the great thing about that would be like you can load to a mission. Oh, I need that. So instead of going back to the terminal, I know it's not that far. It's only a matter of 30 seconds to actually like load into it.
It might be a nature of the game because Destiny is P2P, so everything is stored on a server. So when it's offline, it's still there. Whereas Division, it's half and half. So some of it is on the server, some of it's not, so like moving shit about is going to be very complicated. So I think that's the reason why they haven't done it. But if they moved to a more P2P version of the game, that would cause other issues in other parts of the game. So I don't know whether there would be a solution for that.
I guess we'll just have to see what Division 2 brings. We don't know.
There's a pussy behind you.
Is that on my shoulder?
She's killing herself right now.
Are you watching my pussy clean itself?
Everyone, that's that cat's called Gizmo.
It's a cool cat name.
Yeah, that's a great visual reference for audio podcasts. Anyway,
shit. I forgot about that.
I guess we're just going to end the show
cat's
now.
called Gizmo.
Yeah.
I think that's a logical place to end the cat end the show.
Yeah.
Not end the cat. Don't end the cat live on stream. Whatever you do.
Got it through.
Kill the cat live on stream.
Shall I do it a bit?
No, because we're not quite finished yet. Before we do go, I just do want to thank anyone that has joined us on the show over the past year, supported us since launch. Anyone in chat, obviously, basically over the past year. It's honestly meant a lot to all three of us. Huge thank you to the community team that consists of Petter, Shotcha, Hamish, and Yannick. All those guys are awesome. We've had interactions with those guys all along. We might not always shout about it, but we do talk to those guys. All the devs that worked on the game, Massive, Redstorm, Annecy, Reflections, Leamington. I think from all three of us, you guys have done an amazing job on, the year 2 content update and put a lot of hard work into it that all of us appreciate. So thank you very much from myself, Luke, and Rob. And I guess thank you as always. A huge shout out to Jarrett at Mash Those Buttons for taking a chance on 2 random British dudes and then bringing in another random British dude. And the amount of effort that he puts in on like a weekly basis to make us sound good, you know. So thank you very much, Jarrett. And obviously to our huge friends over at Bombshell Jackets, Remy, Tinks, and Sage. Those guys are awesome, and we appreciate being friends with those guys. And we still need to catch up with those guys. Anyway, Robert, that has been the show.
Yes, it has.
Where can the listeners find us?
You can find us at SITREP Radio on Twitter. Oh my god, I'm quite drunk. Facebook and YouTube. Tweet us with the hashtag Team SITREP. As we're all affiliated with the hashtag. Oh my god.
Wow.
This is probably the worst I've said this. Send any questions or feedback to us over the emails via SITREPradiopod@gmail.com or DM us on Twitter. DMS? DM us on Twitter or Facebook. Oh my god, I do apologise.
Me and you need to take some blame for this, Mike, because we were urging him to drink a bit faster.
It's almost all gone, guys.
He's surprised it's almost all gone. Jeez, Jared's gonna fucking hate this.
Oh my
Luke,
god!
up to you.
Up to me, right?
It's
Okay,
up
you
to
can
you, dude.
you can find the SITREP Radio podcast on any of the following platforms: iTunes, Apple Podcasts for iOS, Google Play Music, SoundCloud, Overcast for iOS, Stitcher, Player.fm, Pocket Cast, RSS feed, Podbeans. Fuck you, Mike, and please rate, review, and subscribe whilst you're there. Thank you.
Guys, it's all gone.
That's what she said. It's not even that funny. Anyway, make sure to check out Mash Those Buttons over on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. Go check out some of the other podcasts that are a part of the Mash Those Buttons family.
And don't forget, you can also check us out on YouTube. We post the IFMs, which we haven't done in ages. We post I'm pretty sure this is going to go up live onto YouTube. And,
you hope.
Yeah, because that means I'll have to do a video this week. Yes. Please leave a comment and subscribe. That'd be awesome.
And say hi to Rob's mum. Thank you to Sean Winder from the Division Elites Facebook. Thank you to Matt Goes Buck, Riley at aka Taylor. Go check out our friends over at Loot and Shoot and the Clancy Elites. Born Diesel, Armour for Core, Iron Brew, was it 123? All those guys, Concealed Gamer, awesome guys. Go check them out. Once again, thank you from all of us. It's been an amazing year for 2017 from us, and we're looking forward to 2018. I'm going to leave this show by saying, fuck you, Rob.
Fucking hell, jeez.
Fuck you, Luke.
Fuck you too, bitch.
Yeah,
I love you guys. Thanks for listening, agents, and we'll catch you all in the new year. Bye-bye.
You're listening to a Mash Those Buttons podcast. Visit mashthosebuttons.com for a full podcast schedule.
Cargo secured. Extraction complete.